Hi, everybody. How are you this Monday? This is insane. So, the Hoover Police Department just announced about 20 minutes ago that they were going to give a press conference. Now, the original press conference was supposed to be on Wednesday. That's the one that we were waiting for. But false alarm. They got something to say now. And so I was supposed to go on in 15 minutes, but I decided to go on now just to kind of update you on some of the things that we found out that's been going on this weekend. Because you guys know Opinions got it firsthand. She's down there. She's been on this case since day one. Do you want to talk about the party? What do you want to talk about first?
Well, you might want to play the clip first.
Okay. So I have a clip from a mother. I don't know her name. What was her name, Opinion?
I forgot her name, but she had a daughter that was.
She's a victim. She had a daughter that was kidnapped. Why don't I just play this? Because I want to remind you guys just how serious it is when you lie to the cops and you waste taxpayers' money and they go searching, search teams are out there, and all of this, how it makes true victims feel. Take a listen.
Now been over a week since Carlee Russell returned home after vanishing for more than 2 days.
Since then, police say Russell has only given one statement to Hoover Police, and investigators haven't been able to verify the information she's given them.
The news of Carlee Russell's return home has garnered strong reaction from community members, especially parents who have lost their own child to violent crimes. WBTM 13's Chip Scarborough is live in Hoover tonight after speaking with one mom who is not holding back. Chip.
Well, Gladys and Jarvis, Shea Pilkington Wiley's daughter, Madison Pilkington, was murdered here in Hoover 18 months ago. She calls Carlee Russell's alleged actions disrespectful to parents who have lost children to violence. She also calls those alleged actions disrespectful to parents who are still searching for their missing children.
It breaks my heart for Angela to go out there and have to relive everything.
Shea Pilkington Wiley became emotional when asked about Angela Harris's involvement in the search for Carlee Russell. Harris's daughter, Anaya Blanchard, was kidnapped and killed in the fall of 2019. Pilkington Wiley experienced a similar tragedy in January of last year when her daughter, Madison Pilkington, was found beaten to death in her Hoover apartment.
I was calling, I was texting, those unanswered messages, all those kind of things that you initially start doing, and I'm sure her parents were doing.
In a lengthy Facebook post, Shea Pilkington Wiley wrote, quote, Carlee Russell disrespected every parent that has lost a child. She disrespected every one of our children. The child you couldn't get in touch with that horrific evening. The unanswered calls that kept going to voicemail.
Her actions with her being safe the entire event is disrespectful to all of the boys and the girls, the adults, children that have gone missing, that didn't make it home, that are still gone, or maybe came home, but they didn't come home alive.
Shea Pilkington Wiley says an apology from Carlee Russell to those who searched for her and to those who have lost children would be helpful in trying to move forward.
She needs to admit to what she did.
And despite feeling the way she does, Shea Pilkington Wiley says she is glad Carlee Russell is home with her family. But she says those alleged actions sure brought up some painful memories for her and other parents. Live in Hoover tonight, Chip Scarborough, WVTM 13.
Chip, thanks. Now,
She's just the girl is getting on everybody's nerve right now. It's a serious thing what she did. She keeps acting like it's no big deal. Let's really quickly, if I have time, because I better put. I don't think we have time. But anyway, really quickly, she had a birthday this weekend.
Yes, yesterday she had a birthday party.
Yesterday, a birthday party. Go ahead, Vanessa. Opinion, really quick.
She had a birthday party yesterday evening where all the family came. They crowded the streets. The the driveway. It was cars. Her mama went to Publix and got her a cake and everything, and they just celebrated her birthday.
Hold on, opinion. Hold on.
You just to give your name and affiliation so we know who you are, okay? Appreciate it. So a couple of minutes, we'll go to 2 minutes and I'll go grab it. All right.
And with
Okay,
that,
go
we're
ahead.
gonna reset here. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the press conference here on WFLA Now. Stand by.
WFLA Now will begin momentarily.
Can you say it really quickly? She had a birthday party this weekend or yesterday?
Yeah, she had a birthday party yesterday. They crowded the streets. It was families and friends. They carloads. And they all celebrated her birthday. Her mama went and got a cake from Publix and everything. So
She had a birthday party and people came as if nothing happened.
yep.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
Right.
Go ahead, Perry.
I'm saying it could be a birthday party. I mean, because I think, if the rumor is true that she partied on Saturday for her birthday, then came back home and they did a birthday party, or it could be a going away party from this press conference.
Perry said it could be a going away party. No, but you know what? And now I was talking with you earlier. Hold on. Let's go back.
Breaking news on WFLA Now. Here is JV Buno.
A sudden press conference called by Hoover Police in the Carlee Russell case. After several days without any developments, police set to release new information about the woman who claimed to be abducted in central Alabama earlier this month, only for investigators to share evidence last week suggesting an abduction never took place. Hello there, folks. JB here with you live on WFLA Now in the WFLA Now Stream Center, now officially live across all platforms. Welcome in. Let's hit the touchscreen and take you to Birmingham, Alabama. The podium has been set up. We've been given a 2-minute warning. If you have found this live stream, don't go anywhere. We're going to be...
Okay, they're not there yet. What I'm thinking, opinion, is something's wrong with the parents too, because clearly by now they know something's going on. They allowed a birthday party. I'm just done.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what I wanted to say is,
well, you know, they told the police that she wasn't in a mental state to talk to them. So, it's probably spoken to the police. And if the sources is true, they gave her a 72-hour notice to either come into the office or, one will be put out. So I wonder if this press conference is because of that.
They gave her 72 hours to come into the office?
Yes, because they've been trying to get in touch with her, and she been saying she was in a traumatic state, and they was like, let her get her mental health together. And supposedly the ex-boyfriend put out a post with the New York Post saying that they don't need to cyberbully her because she's going through mental health after he put a restraining order on her and the family.
The boyfriend put a restraining order on the family?
Yes, because they didn't want him talking to, media, press and stuff like that, because allegedly his side of the family has been speaking out. I told you, the sister, she was up there while she was, down in Carlee. She was up there. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and get my clothes. It's the baddest.
Stop. Okay, that's overload. The sister was shouting out her Okay, here we go.
All right, so that's the official 2-minute warning.
2 minutes.
When the press conference begins, I will be
telling
you. You won't hear from me. We're going to go to the
opinion. I think the whole family is batshit crazy. The entire family.
Well, I think they know that this is a national story, so now everybody's trying to get a piece of the clout game and get their stuff out there the best way they can. Everybody want to be famous all of a sudden.
Off of this?
Yeah, but I don't see how that family gonna benefit for being famous off this shit. I mean the family itself, like the mother and father. I'd be embarrassed, but I guess they spoiled her so bad that you had those parents, whether they do right or wrong. Oh no, you're okay. They probably telling her she didn't do shit wrong.
Perry, something has to be wrong with the family too. They're
Well, that's
just
what I'm
as
saying.
batshit crazy as she is.
Well, I'm saying something could be wrong with them. I mean, it
I
wouldn't have
mean,
been no
my
birthday party. It
goodness.
should have been an ass whooping.
A birthday party. Are you tone deaf or what? And you keep having women of victims of that have really lost their children coming forward. You see, this is affecting the entire nation. This is past Alabama. The entire nation is involved.
Mm-hmm.
And you will have a birthday party. So I have a feeling that they're going to arrest her. I was talking to opinion.
Here's the thing. Hoover has had so many backlash for the way that they've treated the African American community that they're trying to do this the most upscale, positive way that they can, because they don't want this to be thrown out as another racial thing that they've done. Because, like I said, this is an upscale area. It's mostly Caucasian people, and they do like to keep it that way. Like, they really like to keep it that way. So the thing about it is they've had so much backlash from, arresting people, their officers pulling people over, and it being only reason was because they were driving, not their color. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been that kind of stuff. So with that backlash, they're really scared on how to handle this case. So I think they're trying to make sure they dot all their T's and dot all their I's and cross all their T's.
Here we go.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Keith Sescaliba with the Hoover Police Department. We're here today to provide an update in the Carlee Russell investigation. Chief Nick Durzis will read a prepared statement that will provide an update in this case. After reading the statement, we will have time for a few questions related to the case. Keep in mind, this is still an ongoing investigation, and there are some questions we simply cannot answer at this point. With that, I'll turn it over to Chief Durzis.
Thank you, Captain. Yes.
Good afternoon. Thanks to everyone for attending again today. I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We helped you determine where Carlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today, I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hale said, when I call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time, or does the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Carlee Russell during that 49-hour period that she was supposedly missing?
Now, as I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBTM 13. Can you tell us what her motivation was for doing this, if you can?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carlee knows, and maybe her attorney now. But again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
Brittany G on WBRC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CDS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or
No.
when is that meeting?
Yeah, no, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Bria Chapman with Fox 6, what's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up.
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bringing her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. It is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Lisa Crane with WBTM 13, do you know the expense you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was for you guys?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us and had monetary expenses themselves.
Jonathan, with JLR investigates, are the parents under any investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened to those 49 hours, where she was. Did she have any help? We have no idea. You know, I read the statement from Mr. Anthony. That's all we know.
Keith Mims, WAGG 16 Summit Media. Chief, let me ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carlee to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
You know, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's, this is this was elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask her those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement, says there was not.
Liviana Kelmy, WBRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched into a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Back here. Aaron Llewellyn, WBTM 13. Just for clarification, Carlee Russell is not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
David Lamb, once again. So first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We're still trying to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as the conjecture of what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen, and we're thankful for that.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
Wow.
Well, she got a good attorney. He's one of the best.
I don't know what to say. But Perry, you were joking. You said that was a going away party. First of all, the Hoover Police Department did an excellent job. I see some of you guys in the chat was asking, Why aren't they arresting her? What's taking so long? Like Opinion said, they've been accused in the past of being racist, so they want to make sure they play by the rules. And I think they did a good job. They finally learned their lesson. They did a great job. So that's one reason they haven't already arrested her. They're going by the books, and I'd rather you be slow than inaccurate or jumping the gun and botching the case. So they're doing a good job. Second of all, the family. You knew. You knew. I think they're all batshit crazy. Perry, you're awfully quiet.
They're not crazy, Sharrell. This is the thing. They've all been doing this for clout. You know, supposedly, allegedly, they got 20,000 for their press conference. I think they knew then what was gonna happen, and I think they got that money because the mama was being let go. She was being let go. They needed that money to get this attorney.
Perry, your thoughts before I drop the link? You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
The reason why I sort of think that it was a party, but not like a party like you think, I think they know time is coming.
Okay.
Like
okay.
those parents knew before that phone call to say, oh, she's home, that she's a liar. And I think these are the type of parents that spoiled her so bad, just in my opinion. You know, where your child can never do wrong, even when they do. Like if the rumors are true about other 911 calls that's been placed on that house with her fighting her mama, the daddy sitting there watching back in December of 2022. I mean, stuff like that. Like they overlook her bad behavior. And I get it. It's still your daughter. You still love her. But I think that was like, damn, you know, it's our daughter. She may be going away because nobody know how long if she, you know, actually go. I feel she's going to do some time. But I think it was one of those moments where it's like a family reunion where they saying their goodbyes if this, you know, crying on each other's shoulders on what her little badass done. But
I am furious.
Going through her attorneys and all this, you know, they lured up too fast, right? So, you know, that's how you sort of know too. And then what kind of coward is it to just go through your attorney? Just, you know, if you was sincerely sorry for what you did, should be out here saying, you know, I mean, I think it would go further if she would have came out herself and apologized, even though people can say you was a liar, whatever. But she would have got more sympathy than a bullshit letter through your attorney, you know.
Before I drop the link, we were going to run this story. And so I just wanted to show you all the work that Opinion's been doing. I wanted to put on the screen really quickly. Let me go ahead and drop the link so people can start calling in. Let me try to pin that. Hold on.
But it's not looking good, though.
It's not looking good at all. I wanted to show you guys really quickly before I start taking calls. The birthday party. How many people were there? Cars lined up down the damn street. Here's a picture right here. Oh, hold on. Let me take that off the screen. Is this her house? Opinion?
Yeah.
Do you know?
That's her house.
It is.
Very nice neighborhood. Look at the brat with a damn Mercedes Benz. Look at cars down the street. Beautiful home, by the way. Let me start taking calls. Hold on. Let me remove this. It's ridiculous.
And you know, Boosie came out and invited her to a concert and offered to give her money. Yes, offered to give her money for a movie. He said he wants the movie rights.
Oh wow!
What? Is that a joke?
I sent it to you because I couldn't believe it, and me and the husband was like, "He got to be a doggone fool." Now I know he lost his mind.
Boosie needs to worry about himself because he might be locked up this time next week. Okay.
He said she brought attention to the black culture.
And then Sharrell, Wayne came up.
Look, little Boosie high on something. We're not even going to acknowledge that. This is ridiculous. Sebastian, what are your thoughts? This is
Sharrell,
crazy.
I mean, before you start though, we got Wayne in the house. He came to apologize, And
Oh,
say,
shut up. You better leave Wayne alone. Wayne, don't you listen to him.
He had time to think about it.
He messing with you. Sebastian, you were the first to call in. Sound off. Mm-mm-mm. Sebastian? Can you hear us, Sebastian? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. We all saw this. We all saw this coming.
Mm-hmm.
This girl messed with America's feelings.
Hold on one second. Everybody go on mute. Someone's echoing. Everyone go on mute. Go ahead, Sebastian.
This girl made America cry out, made people worried, made people who lost children through abductions, Emmings, and etc. reopen those wounds again for her. Wasted the money of the government, of the people, not the government. The government don't have money. We fund the government. Wasted the money of the people.
I'm furious.
To look for her. To look for her. I already knew this was gonna happen, so we already know how I feel. I am disgusted. My mother cried about this situation when this girl went missing. Carlee messed with people close to me's people who are close to me's feelings, and she needs to serve some time. I don't care what anyone says. People could be like, "Oh well, we can't do that. She's a sister. She's a sister." F the fact that she's a sister. What she did now impacts all the sisters who've gone missing.
I agree.
F the fact that she's a sister. She needs to serve 18 months just like Sherry Papini and pay restitution. In my opinion.
Yep.
Oh, and the police, good job. They did a good job on this case.
They did.
She better not pull out that black card. I swear, any activist who starts coming out here trying to defend her and saying no race card. I don't want to hear no race card in this.
You cannot pull the race card this time. They did a good, excellent job. I don't know what they were like in the past. I don't know. But right now, they did a good job. I'd rather them take it slow, be accurate, instead of fast and botch the case. So
yeah. And then maybe they can use it for an example. And just, for the people who would say, well, they don't do it to all, races. Maybe let this be a standard moving forward. This is what we expect. Time for people that's falsely accusing some shit like that.
Aphrodite says judges use precedents as a guide as to what punishment to give. A similar case, Sherry Petito was given 18 months jail time and a $300,000 fine. I assume this will be similar sentence, maybe even less. That's appropriate. Bonji, sound off. What do you think about Aphrodite's idea of a punishment?
I agree that judges use precedents, but I think the difference here is because Sherry Papino's case happened during the pandemic. I think in terms of resources, it's a little different. But in her case, to be honest with you, I am questioning the parents as well, because it now seems like their judgment is as flawed as the girl's judgment. Because how can you have a party and then when law enforcement expects you to talk to them, you have your lawyer send a statement? In that manner, a statement that is so generic, because if you take her name out, you could put anybody's name on it.
So wait, so what did you want them to do, Bonji?
I know the police are taking their time because they don't want to get it wrong. But and when the police chief is talking about sleuths, everybody has been interested in this case because everybody was rallied by the family to get on board with this case. So now that she's home and the truth has come out, because we knew this was happening last week. Perry called it, that you know what? And the chief actually said towards the end when he was answering a question that last Wednesday, the facts showed that she had lied, that it was a hoax. So it breaks my heart because this weekend there were so many families putting out their own friends, relatives that are missing. That now people might, I didn't repost a single one because I was like, well, let me wait and see and do my own research before I repost whatever these issues are. And that's something that Carlee has to take responsibility for.
Yeah. Pia, your thoughts?
I want the whole family to be thrown in the trash.
Okay. What do you mean?
Because what they did was so disrespectful and just disgusting. You have real victims out here that have gone missing, parents who have lost children who cannot find them, and when their kids are found, they've ended up unalived, basically.
Right.
And she's out here pulling this stunt and then acting like nothing to ever happen. And your family is feeding into it. And I'm sorry, but as a person with mental health, can we please stop blaming it on mental health? Okay. I have mental health. Never ever have I once thought about on the occasions that I go for a walk thinking, I'm going to call 911.
So let me interrupt you. You don't think it's mental health. What do you think it is?
I think she's attention seeking. I think that she's a spoiled, entitled brat who did not get her way. Also, too, what she did takes a lot of planning. You were stealing from your job for months. Okay. You knew what you were doing. So I'm sorry, no, I don't see that as mental health at all. I see it as a spoiled, entitled brat that did this to get attention. And she probably thinks that nothing is going to happen to her because, like you've said and they've said, they don't want to have it to be like a racial situation. So she really thinks that nothing bad is going to happen to her. And also, too, look at the Jussie Smollett case. In her mind, because nothing really happened to him, she thinks the same thing. So no, I want her to be held accountable. I want her parents to be held accountable, and also to hold her boyfriend accountable, because for him to say some mess like, don't, come after her or cyber bully her because she has mental health. There's nothing wrong with her. Not to mention you were the first one to cyber bully her.
Sheila, I want you to respond to this statement here. Somebody says spoiled kids don't work. That's a true statement. What do you think about it? Do you think it's mental health, Sheila?
Personally, I get what people say that have mental health issues, but people that do things of this level, there is some form of mental health. It may not be a diagnosed thing, but you have to be unbalanced to think that you can pull off something this atrocious and think nobody is going to catch up with you lying.
Sheila, can you be so spoiled that it affects your mental health?
Yeah, because you think you can get away with everything.
Yeah, that part.
And then and think about this. The fact the parents, I wouldn't give a darn if it was her birthday. The day she came back home, there would be no dang on cake. There would be no party. Sit your butt down in this house. Don't move. You're not going anywhere until we get this figured out. And the fact that they threw a party, so that tells you just a little bit of an insight of where this little spoiledness has come from. The fact that she got FBI, Secret Service on this case, and the fact that everybody was looking for it, and all we get is a statement that, oh, well, it didn't happen. We knew it didn't happen. That's all you're going to do. If that was any regular person, guess where they would be? Her race. That tail would have been in jail.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. We just faded out for a second.
I don't know what happened. Wayne, I'm coming to you gently. I know you don't believe in over punishing. What is your opinion now?
Okay, first of all, Perry, now every princess deserves a birthday party. Okay. Just a joke. But as far as like, people are emotional. I understand, it affects a lot of people. But I looked up the Alabama penal code or whatever for being abducted. It's a class A misdemeanor. So if she do any time, I don't think she's gonna do that much time. If she does do time, hey, you make your bed, you lie in it. The other thing too is that I was watching something on YouTube. This guy was showing, I think, other people involved because she was on that road and she kind of like disappeared. And he was showing it's a trail that goes down there and like a gully, like where the water, like if it rains, the water goes, and it comes up on the other side of I-459. So that late, I can't imagine some spoiled brat kid going through the woods that time of night in darkness. So I think she had some help. So I think.
Okay, let me stop you 1 second, because Opinion's been following this case. Opinion, you live in Alabama. You explained the first day how it's a dip and then a ravine. There may be some tunnels. What are your thoughts? And I don't know where you are on the screen because I can't see you. Is she still here? Opinion, if you're still here, what are your thoughts on somebody helping?
Well, it's alleged that she had a burner phone. So I think she did have some help, and I think they know, and I think that's the reason why they still want to talk to her, because they want to get to the bottom of this. Because here's the thing, okay? She's not just responsible for one crime under Alabama law. It's numerous of crimes, okay? Because once she came back, she made a statement to them and lied to them. So that's another charge.
So what do you think, Wayne? She had a burner phone. I think you're right.
Yeah, and I'm just saying by the law, whatever she gets, hey, she deserved it. I mean, whatever she gets, she deserved it. I don't think she gets no, jail time, no heavy jail time. But if she does, hey, you made your bed and lied it. You in Alabama, and don't forget, you still in the South. Okay, so she gonna be made an example of. You watch. She has to be. She gonna walk around that town, if she still can walk around the town, with a scarlet letter on her back.
She should.
The best thing she can do is, if she gets out of this, is move. Get a nickname and go someplace else, because she ain't gonna be able to stay there. Granted, it was atrocious to what she did. I think it was, it's crazy. But the other thing too, people talking about the mental illness, right? I mean, who's to say who's mentally ill and who's not? I know people use it as a crutch, but who's to say when the professionals say, oh, she doesn't have a mental illness, but she could have something. For somebody to come up with something this devious, it got to be something wrong upstairs.
Right. No, not quite. Hey, Sharrell, can I address that?
Really quickly, because I'm trying to bring up a whole new
just
channel.
real quick. Wayne saying it, Sheila saying it. Look, if that's the case, because they're going to go with, if anybody can think of something this outrageous, they got to be mental. Then everybody have a mental problem. I think it comes from being a spoiled child syndrome, where her parents seen her do bad, spoiled her so bad, when they knew she was lying, they act like she wasn't. So she felt like she could go through shit like this and get away with it.
Can I say this real quick? I understand. I'm not saying that she should be excused because she has whatever issues. I'm just saying that for someone to do something of this magnitude, there has to be something mentally. I'm not saying it should be an excuse. There is no excuse. I personally think the chick needs to get 5 years for each day that she was missing. So that would be 10 years and I would be happy. And then, whatever time served they give her, and she ended up doing 7 years. That's how I feel about it. So I'm not saying she has an issue and we should excuse it. There's obviously something wrong that someone would go to the extent that she did. And if all the rumors are true that she pre-planned this like 4 days in advance, you have to be insane.
Lisa, did you know about the burner phone?
No, did not know about the burner
I
phone.
heard about it.
Whoa, you got a serious echo.
Sharrell, can I add something to what Wayne said? And then I'll drop.
Yeah, go ahead, really quickly.
I watched the reenactment that Wayne is talking about, and Opinion told us when you first came on your channel with this story that when she got out of her car, she disappeared, and then there is like an embankment that is steep going down, and then this guy who reenacted it shows that when you get down, there is like a spillway where rain will go under the highway to the other side of the highway, and that at the time where she said she had been abducted, it was dark, and getting into that tunnel is pitch darkness.
Yes.
And he says, even though she had a burner phone, how could she even think she didn't think of wild animals? She didn't think of snakes that could be back there. That's why I agree with Wayne that I don't think she did this by herself. Someone
definitely.
helped her.
Lisa, you had an echo. Say something now.
Hey, darling. I'm sorry I got an echo. I'm gonna make a screen, but this is making me so mad, Sharrell. You know why?
I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I don't know what's going
Yes,
on.
we hear you.
I'm gonna drop Sharrell so somebody else can come in. Y'all
Thank
take
you.
care.
Thank you.
Let
Yeah.
it Wayne.
I'm trying to make it sweet. And this what make me so mad, Sharrell. This girl got so much coverage. And those little pretty black brown girls out there didn't get the coverage that she got. They not getting it. And then they had a party. I don't want you to have no party. If I show up on my step, I want you to take me to the doctor. Make sure I'm okay or something. Real party after we found that I'm okay. But they had a party. This make me so mad because us black girls don't get this coverage. And I've been telling you for years. I've been telling y'all, I'm sure you know, I've been telling you. I said, I deal with mental illness to myself. Because, I deal with panic attacks and all of that. And I've been telling you that. That ain't no reason why you to go around doing what you did.
There you
Us
go.
black girls don't get the same coverage as she got coverage. And them rest of the little pretty black girls out there, they don't get that coverage. And that
So
would make me so
you're
mad.
saying a lot of you yourself suffer from mental illness. You know a lot of people suffer for. There's no excuse, is there?
No, it's no excuse because I would never put myself in that kind of situation. You know what I'm saying?
Don't cry.
My sister, I was sitting on the couch because I'm in Memphis with my family, and me and my sister was both sitting there. My sister said, "Girl, that girl lying. That girl was somewhere getting high or doing something she had no business doing." Lisa, soon we seen the cover, and then I kept seeing. Plus, I kept putting the traffic video together. I said, "I don't see no baby out there."
I know. I agree with you, Lisa. People really legitly suffer from mental illness. People like this is putting a bad name on people that really struggle with this disease. It's disgusting. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to bring in many people as I can. Lisa, please don't cry. She'll get it back. She'll get it back.
I mean, it is that to me. To me, like I said, it's about and I'm a brown skinned girl. I'm a black girl. You know how many black girls out there missing and they don't get that coverage.
I know.
We didn't, but I'm gonna tell you something. We did not start getting the coverage for us being missing or us being murdered. They don't put us on there no more. They just start doing it. For years, black girls came up missing. CNN, NBC, CBS, they would not talk about it. They didn't want to put it on.
I know.
And this girl was on NBC, Today Show, Good Morning America. She was on all of them. And it's a lie. And it just makes me so mad.
I get it. All right, you guys. If you already spoke, please drop. I'm trying to bring as many people in as I can.
Hey, Diva.
Thank you.
Hey, Diva. I got my girl. Tell her I said hi.
Thank you. All right, let's start with you, Diva. Sound off. Oof.
You know what?
Emotional.
we now got an insight as to why she is the way she is, because the apple don't fall far from the tree. Even if my child did this and came home, there would have been no birthday party, or at least I would have had the foresight to say, y'all sneak in through the back door after midnight and we gonna sing happy birthday to her. But you throwing a party knowing that the public eye is still on y'all, or y'all got to be dumb, stupid, or both. And then you know what? There are other people involved. Hear the way the lawyer made the statement. They wanted to clearly make sure they said it was her and her alone, right? And I think they said that for a reason, because they don't want these other people to go down. For sure.
Hold on.
Okay.
Everyone go on mute. I'm getting an echo.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
hear
Diva.
For sure, somebody was helping her. Because how do you get off that highway by yourself? You cannot. You cannot. And you would have to know the area too in order to get down. And that's probably why she drove up to a certain point, because she probably did a dry run before. So she knew where to stop, knew where to say it, and knew where somebody was going to pick her
Now, let me ask you, Diva, you feel that somebody else had to be involved. What would be the motive then?
I don't know what their motive was, because now, you know, people want to go viral for anything.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what their motive was, but you know what? Either way, I'm not saying he helped or didn't help, but I'm giving the boyfriend a side eye, because you supporting her when she arrived back with an Instagram post, then you delete the post, and then you come back later on talking about stop cyberbullying her. Well, excuse me, sir, you the one help us have even more questions, because you posted support and then you deleted the support that you posted after that news conference. So you help us look at her and give her the side eye a little bit more. But you know what? At first I was like, calm down on the parents. They didn't know, but the parents just as stupid as she is. You ain't throwing no party in my house, girl. Happy birthday. You messed up. Go sit down somewhere.
Blue, what are your thoughts?
I think there is a problem between the mother and daughter.
What kind of problem?
The mother gives me like she's got her stuff together, but she's rigid. And maybe I'm an only child, but I wonder if the mother had firm expectations and the daughter didn't meet it. I wonder if the daughter has always been trying to get her mother's approval, impress the mother, and she kept messing up. I wonder if this was all made up. You know, she had her mind made up that she's going to do with her job. I wonder if she did this for attention from her mother, that if I'm gone, then what? I wonder if this is about the boyfriend. You know, maybe that he was a decent guy, but she was messing up. I just wonder, because I don't think it's mental health. I think it's a case of low self-esteem and whatever detachment issue. The father gives me the impression that he's a father, he's there, but his body language read, you know, this is some bull. And I think the mother was concerned about, don't make me look bad, because I had a mother. My mother told me, you do something stupid, go to jail. I'm going to leave you in there. I'm not going to back you. But I think her mother was concerned about her personal look, her looking bad. And I think the whole family, everybody played the role to minimize the damages. But I think behind the scenes, that party played a role like nothing ever happened. But I don't believe, no doubt in my mind, the mother and the father cussed that child out. I think the boyfriend sees it for what it is. You know, he's playing a role. He may not want her, but I'm sure he knows how delicate she is, that, you know, the beatdown, you know, the cyberbullying and all of that, it's warranted because she did what she did. But I just see this as a young lady who, I don't want to knock her, don't know her, but this seek for attention, to prove a point, to say how you feel about me now, I'm kidnapped, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, she tried to manipulate
She
that she
tried she tried her hardest. Al, sound off, but kind of quickly because I got a lot of people backstage.
You drop down, Sharrell.
Well, hello, you guys.
Come up.
We finally got like what we were
No,
saying. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, happy Monday, everybody.
Hi.
This is just, following in line with what I was saying on previous live streams, that as we continue to get information, and like I said, I believe the police department, they knew what happened as soon as we got that call, but I can say I can give 10s when 10s are due. For that to be in Alabama and police and the history that they have in the contentious between the Black community and the police department, I think they did their job. They may knew she was a liar from day one, but they still did their job in protocol and sent out the resources, gave coverage, and they did their job even though they knew she was lying because of the already unequal relationship that we have with those communities. So I do respect them in the fact that they could have just said, this girl is lying, we're going to take her to jail, whoop de whoop, blase, blase, but they did take into account the public persona of how that would look. So I think they played their cards right, and I think they did a good job of not being the one to tell it, but to let her lawyer be the one to come out and tell it. I think they played their cards right. It's chess over checkers with me, so I do respect that. Now, when it comes to her, like I said, go to jail, restitution, whatever she got to pay, all of that. When it comes to the family, for me personally, I think because this is like a one-off situation, I can't put expectations on family because I don't even know how my damn family would be. I'm pretty sure I might have some aunts and uncles who I don't talk to be all on the screen showing my baby pictures and my high school graduation saying how much they love me.
No,
just don't know.
no, Al, no. They need to be held accountable. They knew.
I think
they might have not known in the beginning. You're throwing parties. That's inappropriate. What are your thoughts, really quickly?
So I think adults is going to be adults. I don't, regardless. I think as Black parents, they may have gave her that they're not fucking with this because you could tell by the daddy and his body language, he was not fucking with it. But the mother still being the mother saying, okay, you did this shit, you gonna do time, but I'm gonna try to protect you as best as I can. And I think that was the message she was sending on that, when she was on that news show. I think that was the message she was sending when she was telling everybody to calm down and back off a bit. That was her still trying to protect her, but she knows ultimately her daughter's going to jail. And that party, they know that party was in bad taste, but at the end of the day, that girl is a damn adult and she gonna pay for what she did. I think what the police now is trying to figure out is who all knew about it and didn't say anything. And with the rumors that was going around and from the information that was given, they made it a point to include the detail that while she was missing for those 48 hours, she had unblocked her boyfriend, who they was previously on the rocks. Because they added that minor detail that lets me know, and what I believe, this was for the boyfriend's attention because they was on the outs. She did it like, let me go missing. Let me see if he'll care. We get back together. It worked for a little bit because he came in defense of her. He came in supporting her. But now I don't think he's gonna ever take her back. And to do this over a man or just for attention in general, I don't know. The bar is really low. Like I don't know how low. I don't know.
So everyone go on mute. Oh, that's you. Blue, go on mute. I'll put you on mute. Sorry, go ahead, Al.
No, I was just gonna say that's it. I don't know. I can't really blame the family. Do I think they knew about it? Yes, and I think that's what the police is investigating to see who all knew about it, if not played a part in this. And that's what I think we're going to see next, because they already know she lied. But I think what the investigation is going for is who were also her accomplices with this.
Right. I agree with that.
All right. Everyone that spoken, please drop. Not you, Diva. I want to. Someone was asking in the chat really quickly before I bring up new callers. What happens to the $63,000 that they collected? They're saying that it will not be returned to the donors. So you just wasted your money. This is why she needs to go to jail. You just wasted your money coming from a good place in your heart to give to this lying, thieving girl. Anyway, sorry guys. Let me keep going. Cassandra, have you spoken?
No.
Sound off.
I agree with the gentleman who was talking just now. I think the parents, that dynamic that he was saying is true about how the father probably knew and really wanted to say something, but the mom was like, "No, we're gonna back our daughter." And I kind of feel like this probably isn't the first time that she's done something like.
Oh, she dropped.
Oh,
Nobody. They wasn't getting any statements from her. She knew what to say. She knew what not to say, and then all of a sudden now she has an attorney and she's giving out attorney statements, and that was just too quick. And then right before the police having their second press conference, so I think that's what that meeting was. That everybody thinks that was a birthday party. I believe that that was a meeting for the family. That's kind of what I heard. That was a meeting that the family got together because that the police station was going to have a press conference. So that's what the family was doing, and probably saying what was their next step. So, and then as far as what should happen to her, I think that probably jail time, no, but I really think community service as far as she needs to go and see what these victims of people actually go through as far as their children being um, kidnapped or Cade or the children, and have her to go to like these funeral homes, go dig grave sites for these lost people that they find that are
Whoa.
actually having this. So she
That's a serious
understands what
punishment.
so she understands what those families actually go through, because I think jail time, it's just not gonna probably work for her. She needs something to where it will reach her spirit from other people and see how other people are going through. So, and basically, no, I don't think she has mental illness. I think some kids are just bad and some kids are just rotten, and I think that she's one of them. So that's
Somebody
my
in the
opinion.
Thank you, Cassandra. Somebody in the chat was asking me, where's the $63,000 going to go? I don't know. They did not mention it in the article. We need to press that question.
I think they were saying this real like, and I'm not sure. They saying, okay, yeah, the title would say we're not giving it back at this time, but maybe they're gonna wait until the whole investigation is finished. Maybe
They need to give the money back because the people gave from their hearts.
Oh yeah,
to this
I
liar. She's a liar.
I would agree with that part. I was just saying that's why I'm thinking. I don't know where the money would go neither, but I think it's at the end of the when they press charges or do whatever, like finalize the case. Maybe they're gonna hold it until then. I don't know, but seems how she came out and said she was never kidnapped. Maybe they should just go ahead and give this shit back.
I think that $63,000 should come from her. That should be part of her restitution, and she can give that money back to the people who actually look for families
Sound
that
off,
they're
Toya.
missing loved ones.
Hi, Toya. So cute. Sound off.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me good? I'm outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um, we got to stop doing speculation. We just need to deal with the facts. And so the backstory to this is one of the callers just mentioned and hit the nail on the hammer, or the hammer on the nail. Yes, it had something to do with her boyfriend. There are the text messages, you guys. Hello, text messages of the boyfriend cheating with the stripper and how she came back as like, I'm rich, you're poor, you're ugly, I'm beautiful. The insecurity part. There's the text messages have been released, and this was over a dude. Now let's also not forget that her parents are good Christian people. Her daddy's a pastor, and they're part of the church community. And it always seems, in my opinion, I might offend somebody, it always seems these people that perpetrate themselves as good Christians that usually end up doing the most vile, evil things. So my thing is, what's going to happen is these people are going to end up getting run out of town. They do have a church, I believe. Let the IRS come in, because the IRS is nobody's friend. On top of that, I believe someone mentioned the Scarlet Letter. Yes, You stick around in that town or you move anywhere else, people aren't going to recognize you because you're already guilty by the court of opinion. And I really wish we would stop trying to always, the first thing that we're going to think is go to jail, that's going to help someone. The best way to sometimes, I think sometimes the best way to hurt people is in their pockets. Restitution, most definitely. And the 5 years, that's a little bit excessive. That's a little bit, and this is this girl's fault. The parents, well, she's a grown adult at this point. The parents do have a responsibility when she was a minor, but the parents aren't. I mean, they don't look as good either, because especially in their good Christian community. So
Well,
it's just.
let me give Diva a chance to respond to you because she's jumping in her seat. What, Diva? What's going on over there? What you gotta say?
You know what? I did not hear that the dad was a pastor, but be it as it may, pastor or not, let's be clear on this. They're just as crazy as her. Whether y'all want to call what happened on her birthday weekend a family meeting or whatever, it appeared as if they were celebrating this girl's birthday. And I understand what people want to say. Oh, jail is not always the answer, but sometimes jail is the answer. You done stole from the job. You done lied to the police. You done got the whole community and the whole world.
Diva, Toya's saying, how can the parents be responsible? She's a grown woman at this point.
You know when the parents got responsible? When you got just as stupid as she was. Once you knew, I rolled with them because I was rolling with them that they didn't know, right? They didn't know. But once you knew, when the press conference dropped, everybody knew, including the parents. Okay,
I'm gonna do Team Toya here. You can't control a grown ass woman, right, Toya?
Control yourself. And what they didn't do once they found out, they played in with the shenanigans. There will be no party up in my house, right? And so,
but a party does not mean jail time. Consequences, yes, but having a party does not mean jail.
We got to talk two separate things, right? I'm just saying they was wrong, but let's talk about her thing separately. She needs to do some time. She needs, whether it's 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, whatever.
That part Toya agrees with, but Toya's saying you can't control a grown woman. She had her own car, her own money, and her own mind.
But see, here's the thing what I want to know. When she walked home, the parents did make some type of phone call saying something about a Red Roof Inn. So did your daughter call you? Did a bystander call you? That's why those police are standing there saying, we still got more questions that we need the answers to. And you know what? Right. We got to say hands down to the Hoover Police and Mr. Man with his sharp self that's always coming in, calm, cool, and collective with the facts. Because he's letting those people know. See, he let them know with the first press conference. That's why they got the lawyer. Y'all busted. He was talking to them directly. We done looked at your phone. We got the timeline. You looked up this, that, and the other. And that's when they got the lawyer. And the lawyer came now with the this, that, and the other. And he letting them know once again, Sharrell, in this one, we know somebody helped her. So now it's giving them and their lawyer opportunity to come out and say, who helped this chick get off the highway?
Okay, well, Toya, respond, Toya. Respond to Diva.
I think the thing is, if anything, if the parents will be held accountable, it would be for the GoFundMe. We don't know. We keep speculating. The Carlee and the parents are two different things. Now, I'm not on her parents' side, number one, because that's not what good Christian people do, supposedly. And yes, that interview last week, why would you do an interview? Why? Like, just why? It doesn't make any sense. So you're already at the site. You're already looking guilty. But we're not getting to the heart of what started everything. Was her insecurity about her boyfriend cheating and how this was supposed to be a get back. Now, could the boyfriend...
Latoya, you know why? Because we already know she a liar. We could get the details.
There's text messages. No, there's text messages, my dear.
I'm not disagreeing with you. You got to hear me. I'm not disagreeing with you. You're giving me the backstory as to why she did this craziness, right? I'm telling you, I'm beyond that right now. I'm saying already, regardless of the backstory, she still needs to pay for her consequences for what she did. I'm
Right.
also saying in terms of her parents, I'm saying that they played a part in this situation too. Because once they found out that she was a liar, and you know what I don't understand either? I don't understand why everybody is letting the dad off the hook. He don't see this, he don't see that. He the man of the house. Put your foot
I'm not letting you.
the man of the house.
It's not about letting the parents off the hook, period. I'm saying we're jumping to conclusions.
Not me.
Also,
You
may
know
I
what,
finish, my
Latoya,
dear?
I'm gonna say that?
Okay,
Hold
let
on,
her finish.
can I-
Let her finish. Oh,
Dee,
go,
may
hold
I
on, Dee, let her
please?
finish.
I'm
Let
sorry.
me just please, yeah. What I'm saying is there is going to be responsibility held toward the parents eventually. It's going to happen. You know why? Because what's going to happen is that GoFundMe, since they're not returning the money, if they end up collecting that money, that's what's going to end up holding.
They
That's
didn't
what's going to
start
end up
it,
getting the jail time.
Toya.
May I
I know,
please?
but what I'm just
May,
trying to help you out.
may I
They
please?
didn't
I
start
know
it.
Let her
you didn't
finish.
let me finish.
Let her
You
finish.
didn't
Let
let
her
me
finish. Go ahead. Sorry, Toya. Go ahead, Toya.
When it comes to money and fraud, that's when people don't play. That's going to end up hanging everybody up eventually. If they don't return that money, and if they end up spending that money as a family in bulk, do you think the law is going to let that go by? Absolutely not. What we're doing right now is finding the parents guilty for some crappy parenting and possibly lying. Now, they'll eventually be held accountable. But I'm saying the first thing what we do about the Carlee thing is always jump to conclusions about jail time, jail time. I believe she's going to get a consequence. I think she should get a consequence. If she does have to serve 60 days, so be it. But there, you know what, again, what hurts people the most, because they do have a little bit of coin. What hurts people the most that have a little bit of coin is money. You
Well,
punish people with
Toya, what do you think her sentence should be? You said 60 days.
60 days. I mean, someone said 5 years. Come on now. Policemen that kill us don't even get 5 years. So I think that's ridiculous. I mean, 60 days plus restitution and then some. That's my opinion. But you know what's going to be worse is when she gets out here, because the court of opinion, she's already going to have that scarlet letter. She's going to be walking around these streets. She ain't going to be able to get a job. People are going to know her face, which is even worse than jail time. So that'll be double the fact of her punishment. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you so much, Toya. This is a mess. This is a mess. Failed Foster, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, sound off.
Okay, I hope I'm not redundant, but yeah, I've heard a lot of opinions, and my opinion is as soon as she knocked on the door, they should have listened to her, turned her around, and said, "We have to go to the police." That's where they're complicit at. Because I've been through the same thing where my son did something that's illegal, and I said, "We have to go to jail because it looks worse when you run from it. Go to the jail, say what you need to say, give your side of it, and go home if they let you go home." Now, all this other stuff, I'm not going to talk to the police. I'm going to have a party. That's where they mess up again. You don't throw a party when you owe people money and you're supposed to be grieving. That's not a grief reaction. I'm sorry. There are different ways of grief, but throwing a party is not grief. Sorry.
All right,
No.
you guys, unfortunately, I lost track of time. You guys know I have to pick up my granddaughter on the nose or I get charged extra. I am 8 minutes over. So I know well, y'all was going at it. It was good. I lost track
I
of
tried
time.
to text you, Sharrell. I
I
said,
know
hey.
I'm trying. So everyone, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I'm simply out of time. Wanted to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. On 3, everybody, we got to say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.